Hello fellow woodworkers and welcome to this week's edition of the Garage Workshop and our workshop blog for October. Roll the intro. So October seems to have flown by and it's been another really successful month for the Garage Workshop channel. Our views are up by 7,400, which is a lot. Our subscribers are up by 61 since the last time I did a blog. Our watch time is up to 874 hours, which again is an increase on last month. And the amount of money that's generated by the channel has also gone up. Now, YouTube are a bit funny about creators explaining how the monetizing of the channel works, but I just thought it would be worth giving you a little bit of an insight into how the monetization on the channel works. So this is the first month that I've hit the trigger point. YouTube sets a trigger point before it makes a payment to creators. So you have to have generated £60 worth of income in order to generate a payment. So I've had the first payment on the account since my earning ability started, which was earlier in the summer. So each month you earn a certain amount of money from ads generated by you, the subscribers, from watching the ads on the videos. And when you reach that certain point, they pay you the money. So the point being £60, the 3 months that the channel was monetized, I'd finally reached that plateau and I got my first payment from YouTube. Now, the money that I have been sent by YouTube is going to allow me to do a project which, to be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to be able to afford to do. So the money that I got generated by them, the payment that I got was about £68, I think. And that payment has allowed me to purchase some wood to do another project. And that has only come from you as the viewers, as the subscribers of this channel, watching the channel, sitting through the ads and not clicking too many of them and allowing the channel to grow. So a really, really big thank you for me on that score. So in the month of October, I've released 4 videos, and again, I'll put a link to them in the description. The first one was the laser measurer 10-minute tool review. I got some great feedback on that, by the way, so thank you very much. And interestingly, the company reached out, and I can't remember if I've put this in a video before, so apologies if I have, but the company reached out afterwards after I posted my video, so they've clearly been following the channel and basically told me that I hadn't used the laser measure properly because I hadn't emphasized it's both, you know, the laser coming out of both sides. So of all the things I put in that video about it not being accurate, the one thing they picked up was the fact that it wasn't measured accurately either side. But anyway, so that was the first video. I then did my pocket hole jig, and then I've had 2 videos on the recent workshop workbench extension. So 4 videos in the last 28 days. Now, one of the analytics that's on Google, on YouTube, which is really interesting, is views in the last 28 days. So you might hopefully be able to see that. I had 7,361 views in the last 28 days. But what is interesting is the videos that have generated those views. So believe it or not, my most watched video in the last 28 days is not one of the 4 videos that I posted. It is actually my Parkside tool haul, which is a video, and again, I'll put links to all these videos in the descriptions, but it's a video that I did quite a long time ago, and if you've been on the channel for a long time, you'll remember this one. It's basically the video where I showed all of my Parkside tools, and that generated the most amount of views. 37% of my views this month were from that video. And my second one, and again, a surprise to me, but then when I look back over the history of the channel in the last few months, my Christmas tree video, my wooden Christmas tree video, which I made in November last year, was my second highest viewed video, and that had 36%. So just over 74.3% of my videos this month, the views this month, have been older videos. Then I had my pocket hole jig, and then followed by my September blog and the workshop bench extension. The first part, obviously the other parts just dropped. So interesting insight into the channel, I think. And of course, the most important thing is that people that are subscribing, you at home, are watching the channels and generating the views. I'm getting on average about 600 odd views per video now, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much for all your support. Now, in my blogs, I do like to point out a couple of woodworking channels for you, my subscribers. Some I'm sure you will have seen, others perhaps you haven't. And this month, there's only 2 channels that I want to point out, but I also want to point you to some very specific videos from other channels that I've mentioned before. So the first one is DIY Montreal. It's about 250 odd thousand subscribers, so it's a fairly big channel. Now, I have to confess, I did find this one quite recently, and I watched a really great video on tips for beginning woodworkers. There's lots and lots of different content on the channel, and it's a really nice, relaxed style, so well worth a look if you're looking for a range of different things, not necessarily just techniques. But I can't recommend this channel highly enough. I think it's a really good channel. There's quite a lot of content on there. There's over 120 videos, so I'm sure there's something there that you'll find to your liking. So my first recommendation, DIY Montreal. Now, my second recommendation is FineWoodworking. Now, I know I've got quite a lot of subscribers in the States, so hopefully you'll be able to help me in the comments with this. But I think FineWoodworking is actually a magazine in the US. What I like about this channel, though, is it's very sort of, I don't want to say old-fashioned, that's not fair, but it's a very traditional style of filmmaking, and it's got lots of different people. Obviously, if it is a magazine, which I suspect it is, then you're going to get different contributors each month. And there is a whole range of different videos on here. Literally, there is a video for probably 80 or 90% of anything that you would ever want to know about woodworking. Some of the presenters on it, I'm going to be honest up front, are less energetic than others, but there are a lot of videos on here, over 500 videos, and there is a range of different things. They've also got some Q&As, some sort of shop and talk things, so a really nice mix and a nice balance of different things. So if you're after a technique, that would definitely be somewhere that I would suggest you look up. As I said, really good channel. I've only worked through probably 6 or 7 of the videos, but I've enjoyed all the ones I've seen so far, and a nice mixture of different woodworking things. Okay, so my next video is a bit of a curious case. I've just gone on to Blacktail Studios to show you get you the link for the video which I watched yesterday, and it appears to now not be on there. Now, I am wondering if I've probably made a huge mistake, and if I manage to find it by the time I post this video, I'll put a link in it. But I'm also wondering whether Blacktail have had to take the video down. It was a brilliant video, and it talked about all of Blacktail's things that he'd sold on his channel, how many views they'd got, and actually how much money that they had generated. And I know it was his most recent video because I only watched it yesterday, so I've got a feeling it may have been taken down because it did actually show a lot of the graphs and a lot of the analytics from YouTube. But if I can find it, I'll put it up there. And I know I've mentioned Blacktail Studios before, but it is a really good channel. So if you haven't come across it, please give it a look, and please give it a like and a subscribe, because I really love it. I think it's one of those channels where it opens your mind to what you could possibly do as a woodworker if you had the right tools, the right time, and the right money. And it's a really nice style. So I'll see if I can find that video and put it in the link, but please look out, Blacktail Studios. Okay, so at this point in the video, I usually go through some Parkside or Aldi special buy that's going on, but there isn't any this week. And actually, I've picked out a website which I know many of you, if you are UK based, will have probably ordered from, or know at least. It's ITS Tools, and the reason why I've highlighted this website is at the moment they've got a bit of a mega sale on. They always seem to have mega sales on the ITS website, and the guys are really good at promoting themselves. But I did spend some time going down the rabbit hole of their clearance section, and I found some really fantastic bargains in there. So if you're in the market for, and I'm not talking power tools, though they've got some power tools on there, I'm talking more things like accessories. So for example, I bought a long extension bar by Milwaukee to go in my screwdriver. I had a long one, but I wanted a longer one, and it's on sale, and I got about £3 or £4 off the recommended retail price, which actually is quite a lot of money if you think about it. And if you take some time and have a little scroll through, there's lots of different categories, really easy to find. So if you are in the market for some bits and bobs, or just some this and that, or just some little tools or accessories, then it might well be worth giving ITS a shout and just have a look through their clearance sale. As I said, this isn't an advert, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do like to try and bring these to your attention. So ITS, worth a shout. Okay, so at the end of these blogs, I do like to give you a little bit of a sort of insight into what's coming up. Between now and Christmas, I've got quite a few more little storage videos as I'm reconstructing the garage workshop to be a bit more user-friendly than it is. So I've got some little smaller projects coming up. I've also got some more Christmas-related or Christmas-themed woodworking projects coming up that I'm working on at the moment. And I've had another approach from a company about doing a 10-minute tool review. Now, I don't want you all to think that this is turning into the I will do a review of everything, but one of the things that I've always wanted is a CNC. Now, with my level of expertise, a CNC is probably the last thing I should get, because God knows what I would do with it, but I've always wanted one. And the first step to getting a CNC for me is a laser engraver. So I've had a reach out from a company in China who produce an entry-level laser engraver. Now, I was very skeptical at first, but actually, having had a bit of a chance to look at this product, and I'm not going to name who it is just yet because I actually haven't received the product, but this company have produced a lot of they've had content creators produce a lot of videos around this product. So I've looked at a lot of YouTube channels where they've looked at this, reviewed it, all of those sorts of things, and it seems to me on the surface like a really good project, and certainly a product and something that I would definitely use a lot in the garage workshop if it works. Now, the caveat to this is the company have asked to see the video before I post it. Now, they've done that, they said, because they want to check I haven't left out any of the key facts. I'm not going to let them see it before, but if it all comes to fruition, which hopefully it will, it's going to take a while, I think, to get this video up, but that is a video that I am very much looking forward to producing for you, fingers crossed. Okay, thanks very much for watching this October blog for the Garage Workshop. If this is your first time here, please can I ask you to subscribe, like and comment. And to all my regular viewers and my regular subscribers, thank you so much for all your ongoing support. I hope this video has proved to you how important it is to me and how much your viewing really does help the channel. Again, don't forget to like and comment. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I'll catch you on next week's edition of the Garage Workshop. Take care, fellow woodworkers.